Okay, today I'm going to tell you how to do a Tailslide Forever. Basically, as long as you want and as long as the ledge allows and as long as it's waxed, you can hold a tailslide for as long as the obstacle allows you to, which is pretty cool because if you find the right ledge, it's fun to go fast and just hold it and just sit there, and then that's when you can do flip tricks out. Flip tricks in is when you really figure out how to sit in there and kind of like allow your feet to dangle and then just be cruising. So I'm gonna tell you how to do that right now. So the first thing to make sure that you can do is ollie as high as the obstacle you're skating. So if you're skating a curb, make sure that you can ollie up the curb or a ledge up the ledge, because you're gonna have to ollie a little higher than you think to get that rotation, especially because it's your back foot, so you need to level out your ollie and then turn. I would ride somewhat perpendicular to the obstacle so that you can just kind of see if you can put your weight on there and just like stand on top of the ledge. Like don't slide, just stand and see if you can stall a tail slide. So this is best to start off on a curb and then maybe take it to a skate park ledge, but if it's slick, it's gonna slide. So you have to definitely be cautious of that. But I would start off on a curb and I would just see if you can stall on something that's not waxed and get the feel for standing up there and being like, just waving around and see if you can hold it forever. And then as you proceed with the tail slide, you can eventually get less and less perpendicular and ride more parallel, because the more parallel you are, the farther you're gonna slide and the easier your body can adjust to being perfectly over the coping. Make sure you can get all your weight up there. Make sure you can stand on top of it, not touch it and then bounce off really fast. You need to put all your weight on a tail slide and like, if anything, rock onto the ledge. Like if you fall anyway, make sure it's onto the ledge, because then you know you're doing it right, or at least applying as much pressure as you need to. There's a certain point, you'll figure it out, it's very natural, where you know how far you can tail slide, and that inevitably if you had a longer ledge, you can tail slide for as long as you want. And that step comes from practice and practice and practice. Of course, like everything else in skating, it's a lot of nailing it down. Make sure you take the small steps and do them a lot. So at first, when you're olling front 180 into a tail stall, make sure you're just doing it over and over and over. And then when you get a little less turned and maybe like inch it a little bit, do it over and over and over. So each step you just keep continuously doing, and it'll make the next step easier. So that's why before you do any tail slides at all, you need a really, really solid ollie, and I think a semi good front 180. So simple as that. Also make sure on the tail slide that you're pinching your back wheel against the ledge. So try to have your heel turning into the ledge instead of your toes going like this. You want it like this. So just keep that in mind. Once you do that a lot and you're olling onto the ledge, your back leg will start to gain a lot of strength. And that strength is what helps a lot of tricks. Tail slides, switch crooks, things like that. Anything that requires your back foot, it's gonna be built as you're learning how to tail slide properly. A tail slide is easier to hold for a longer time if you have a more waxed ledge and if you have a ledge that's on a slight incline. So like a down ledge, let's say, like at a skate park, if you can ollie into the tail slide, then you don't even need to be moving. You'll just start going down because gravity and stuff. It kind of works that way. You can just have fun with it. Once you're learning how to tail, and then once you learn how to tail slide well, it becomes very, very natural. Just continuously do them. Like go as fast as you can, hold a tail slide and just go, and then you'll eventually learn how to adjust your feet while on the tail slide. And that becomes olling out, kick flipping out, heel flipping out. It becomes like all the tricks that you want to learn, you can learn, you just have to sit there and practice. Building the fundamentals for a tail slide first is super essential for doing any flip out, flip in variations, because you need to learn how to stand on a tail slide properly. And that's it, simple enough. So I appreciate you watching, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. I like doing tutorials a lot, but I like doing tricks within tricks instead of just how to do a kickflip or how to do a heel flip. I like doing like the 5 things to improve your kickflips or how to hold a tail slide forever. Because you learn a trick, and it's fun learning the basics, and then you go to a skate park and someone's like, hey, by the way, you can do the trick like this and this and this and make it way better. So I like just starting off the game by being like, here, initially learn how to do the trick like this, because it's gonna be like relearning a trick to figure out the secret of a trick. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and more videos to come. Bye! I am super stoked to skate this board. It is very cool looking. This is actually...
Well, now it's a piffle.